in order. The Alston report, Akiwumi report, Waki report, and the Ransley report collectively recommended delinking the police from the Public Service Commission and establishing a dedicated Police Service Commission to oversee the human resource function of the police service. Sir, the chairperson of the National Police Service Commission, Mr. Eliud Kinuthian, was appointed by Your Excellency's predecessor on the 17th March 2019 for a single non-renewable term of 6 years. Mr. Eliud Kinuthian's appointment as chairperson was made alongside the appointments of the following members: Dr. Alice Otwala, CBS, Mr. John Olemoyakis, MBS, Dr. Lillian Kiamba, MBS, Mr. Eusebius K. Laibuta, MBS, NDC, Mr. Naftali K. Rono, HSC. Subsequently, Mr. Naftali K. Rono, HSC, assumed other national duties. Sir, permit me to now invite the chairperson of the Commission to make a brief summation of the highlights of the Commission's achievement during the tenure of the outgoing commissioners, and thereafter, commissioners, and hand over to Your Excellency the Commission's exit report, and thereafter hand over to Your Excellency the Commission's exit report. To Your Excellency, sir. Mr. Kinuthian.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Abraham Kindiki, the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the Inspector General, National Police Service, my colleague commissioners, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, sir, in all honor and humility, allow me, as I present this report, to say only three things before I hand over the Commission end-term report for the period 2019-2025. Your Excellency, sir, first, on behalf of my colleague commissioners of the Second Commission and my own behalf, I express our profound gratitude and appreciation to you for the immense support and visionary leadership that you have provided to the National Police Service Commission during our tenure. Your Excellency, as I reflect on this period, allow me to mention three outstanding things that this commission would want to appreciate you because they distinguish your support and leadership. One is during the Building Bridges initiative, a report launch at Bomas of Kenya on 26 October 2020. You firmly defended the commission against amendment to Article 234(3) AC, which had proposed to replace the commission with a police council. You said such amendment would be a derogation from the independence of the National Police Service as guaranteed by the Constitution. Your Excellency, had this amendment seen the light of the day, the net effect would have been permanent abolition of this commission and the tenet upon which the institution was established by the Constitution. Your Excellency, thank you for saving the life of this commission. Your Excellency, sir, also another major milestone that distinguished your support is during your inaugural speech on 30 September 2022 at Kasarani, you started by pronouncing major reforms to support financial independence and autonomy of the National Police Service by allowing the Commission to create and establish the position of Principal Administrative Secretary, who was the designated accounting officer for the National Police Service. This reform has provided the Commission access to advisory on commission and financial implication of human resource decisions that we make every day, such as promotions, transfers, recruitment, appointments, and disciplinary control, before it was hard to operate without a financial component. And finally, another matter that distinguishes your support, Your Excellency, is you have stood with the Commission and the Commission during numerous governance disputes that have been there, and Commission has faced a number in the past like any other institution in the teething days. Had you not again stood with the Commission, the implication and net effect of this dispute would have been squancing and usurpation of Commission functions, which the Constitution strictly refuses us to do. Your Excellency, sir, we are grateful that your commitment to bolster financial and technical capability of commissions to strengthen the Commission independence is clearly demonstrated in your manifesto and your beta plan. It is against this background, Your Excellency, that we have this opportunity to present to you this report. And the report is an account of our 6 years period in office. Its objective is to apprise you on the progress made toward the realization of the Commission mandate as stipulated in Articles 234, 246, and 249 of the Constitution. Your Excellency, sir, during our tenure of office under review, we were guided by 2 strategic plans that are well documented for the succeeding Commission to review. The vision that we have left and have upheld during our term is to have a Commission that is excellent human resource management institution for a professional and accountable National Police Service. This plan has been aligned with the government flagship police reform programs as outlined in the beta plan and the Maraga Task Force report on improvement of terms and conditions of service. Your Excellency, sir, the report highlights key achievements in our core functions on police recruitment, recruitment of civilian staff, promotions of police officers, transfers, appeals, and disciplinary control in the National Police Service. It also highlights challenges and possible mitigation measures. Allow me to mention just one in our major function, one key achievement on police recruitment. The Commission recruited 10,932 new police officers to bring the police population ratio of 1:509 net of natural attritions over the period. Further, we recruited 1,128 civilian staff of the National Police Service to assist police officers with basically professional areas and support lines so that the officers can concentrate on securing mwananchi and the property in this country. On promotions of staff, we promoted 16,338 police officers and 1,309 civilian staff. On disciplinary control, the Commission determined 1,461 disciplinary cases and processed 724 appeals. Your Excellency, sir, on police recruitment, as we live, the Commission has designed an automated police recruitment information technology system that will reduce drastically human contact and interaction during the entire process of police recruitment. The system has mapped corruption-prone stages in the process of recruitment, such as manual shortlisting, academic document examination, medical examination, and has devised an intervention that will reduce vulnerability to corruption for youth seeking police jobs. Your Excellency, sir, this is in our effort to respond to your directive that no citizen of Kenya will sell their land, their livestock, properties, in order to get an opportunity to be enlisted in the National Police Service. Finally, Your Excellency, sir, the Commission has had an opportunity to present the police online recruitment module to the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Administration, and we are convinced that the online system is mission ready for application in the next police recruitment exercise. Your Excellency, sir, on this one matter of police remuneration and other terms and conditions of service to boost morale of police officers, the Commission, as we exit, we have left phase 1 and 2 of the salary increment implemented. This has moved the basic salary of a police constable at entry of notch 1. Notch 1 is year 1 of a police constable, and in that rank, if the officer must serve longer, can serve up to 20 notches, which has an increment every year. But at the entry, we've moved the constable from 21,645 to Kenya shilling 25,645 basic salary without other allowances. At the same time, the longest serving police constable who has served 20 notches, equivalent to 20 years in that same rank, now earns a basic salary of 69,640. Similarly, for senior officers, the basic salary of a senior Assistant Inspector General, SAIG, was increased from Kenya shilling 200,809 to Kenya shilling 221,915 per month, with again the longest serving SAIG earning up to the highest notch of 409,365 per month. Your Excellency, sir, as the curtain comes down for this second commission, we leave behind implementation of phase 3 of the salary increment, which is supposed to raise the basic salary of police constable to 29,645 per month. In conclusion, Your Excellency, the numerous governance issues, as I mentioned, during the commission tenure of office has led to a few downtimes in our 6 years, whose net effect could be loss of time for delivering services, and this is something that we've observed, and moving forward, this can be avoided. Your Excellency, sir, indeed in our balance sheet of time utilization, the Commission have delivered much more output dealing your government administration than previous. This is due to your focused leadership and resolve to allow independent institutions to perform their constitutional mandate. Your Excellency, sir, as we exit office, on behalf of these commissioners, I promise we shall remain true to our oath of office and the official secret act that we have signed on anything that may have come to our knowledge while on our tour of duty in your government. The commissioners you see here, sorry, Your Excellency, I'll end by introducing them are still vibrant, Your Excellency, still fit for purpose for any national duty in a public service. And we have resolved to remain loyal and will continue supporting your government agenda. Your Excellency, sir, when we were leaving office, I asked them, why are they very smart today? And they told me, other than presenting the report, they are also seeking a job. So as we go to the jobless corner, that place is not enjoyable, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, sir, as we conclude this ceremony, I most humbly invite His Excellency the Deputy President, who is charged with liaison of constitutional commissions and independent offices, to convey a message of goodwill to the outgoing commission, and thereafter invite Your Excellency to make your remarks. I thank Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, National Administration, Chair and Commissioners, the leadership of the National Police Service, service commanders, distinguished guests. Mine is to congratulate the chairperson and the commissioners for a successful end of 12 duty. Starting a mission is not a guarantee of completion. So we congratulate you and wish you well in your next assignment. And the second thing, Your Excellency, I want to say before I invite you is to say how proud we are to see the transition of our institution's leadership from one administration to another, from one leadership to another. And I think today's event is a testament that our institutions are properly working and that we have come of age as a democracy. And therefore, this ceremony of the chairperson and the commissioners of the second cohort of the commission leaving office and presenting an exit report to you goes a long way in underwriting our progress as a democracy, and it shows that we've come of age. Lastly, Your Excellency, is to mention that I think this commission has grappled with the very, very challenging issues of reforms in the National Police Service and also the relationship between themselves and the leadership of the command of the service. And I think they have, between the two sides. I think a lot of maturity has been shown, a lot of restraint, and I think going forward, the next commission will find it much easier to carry out its mandate without interrupting the operational space of the police service and its command. And therefore, once more, it's important we congratulate the chairperson and the commissioners, as well as the Inspector General of Police and the service commanders, for exercising great restraint, understanding, collaboration, cooperation, and whenever there have been issues, those issues have been resolved. And as a result, we look forward to implementing the task force report of the Maraga Task Force, as we also look at meeting the UN targets on police to civilian ratio. I think, as the chairperson has said, we are now at 1 to 509. The UN ratio is 1 to 450. We are not very far off, but nothing prevents us from meeting the UN standards. With those many remarks, it is now my pleasure to request that we be upstanding as I invite His Excellency the President to address us. Welcome, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Asante sana. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the leadership of the National Police Service Commission, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor and pleasure to receive the end-term report of the Second National Police Service Commission, marking the culmination of 6 years of dedicated service in advancing the professionalism, accountability, and efficiency of the National Police Service. The work of this commission has been and remains critical in strengthening the foundation upon which our police service operates, ensuring that our officers are well recruited, fairly, and on merit promoted, and adequately supported to carry out their constitutional duty of maintaining law and order and protecting the lives and property of all within the territory of our country. As you conclude your term report, your term today, I commend your contribution, Chairman, and your team, to the police reform agenda and the human resource management of our law enforcement officers. Your stewardship has yielded remarkable and undeniable improvement on recruitment processes, career progression, and discipline enforcement, and the welfare of our officers. The automation of police recruitment, as you have explained broadly, the expansion of civilian staffing to improve service delivery and to tap into professional capabilities, the determination of promotions of thousands of officers and the review of remuneration are just a few examples of your impact and your legacy. Beyond these achievements, the Commission has also played a crucial role in strengthening governance structures within the National Police Service by ensuring transparency, fairness, and accountability in decision-making, the decentralization of human resource services, the establishment of a contributory benevolent fund, and the pursuit of a fair and competitive mortgage scheme for officers reflect commitment of improving the welfare and dignity of those who serve in uniform. Even as we acknowledge these successes, we also recognize the challenges that remain and demand our urgent focus and attention. Issues such as irregular police recruitment, budgetary constraints, and the need for a sustainable police welfare program must be addressed without equivocation. These are matters of national interest, and the government of Kenya is fully committed to implementing reforms that will ensure a motivated, well-resourced, and professional police service. The recommendations outlined in this report will be taken seriously, and I'm happy that you have presented copies to both the Deputy President and the CS Interior as the people who will take the front line. And they will integrate them into our broader security sector reforms, ensuring that our officers continue to serve with integrity, professionalism, and dedication. The security and stability of our nation depends on a police service that is not only well-trained and well-equipped, but also adequately supported and sufficiently motivated. To you, the outgoing members of the National Service Commission, of the National Police Service Commission, I extend my very sincere gratitude for your service to this nation. I agree with the chairman that you are very smart, and the chairman is equally smart, and and I understand why that is the case. Your work is a legacy that will shape the future of policing in Kenya for years to come. As we move forward, let us reaffirm our collective commitment to a national police service that upholds the highest standard of accountability, professionalism, and fairness. Let us build upon gains made and continue striving for a police service that truly serves the people of Kenya with honor and dedication. Allow me to just say a few things that are of significance and importance. The chairman here has taken a reflection on the events that took place in Bomas. Indeed, there was an attempt at some point to remove the National Police Service Commission, which would actually have taken us back to the old days when promotions and matters police service were handled by agencies that did not have sufficient constitutional protection to be able to undertake those responsibilities. I am very proud that we managed to avoid derogation of what the Constitution had already provided for, and what the National Police Service Commission has achieved, in fact, validates the very reason that the Constitution was right in setting up the National Police Service Commission. I did undertake on my first day in office, among many things, to reinstate the operational and financial independence of the National Police Service, because it is not just important, it is necessary, but in my consideration, it was what was going to make the difference between running a professional police service and one that is influenced by other considerations. I am very happy that today the IG here and his team run the budget of the National Police Service Commission, determine what priorities they want, and work with the rest of government in making sure that the police service is well taken care of. I did also undertake, subsequent to the financial autonomy that was so important to the National Police Service Commission, that the government of Kenya was going to undertake a robust modernization program to equip the National Police Service with modern equipment and to ensure that the National Police Service, the men and women who serve in difficult situations, risky and dangerous situations, have the protection of and use of the most modern equipments. I'm very happy that the progress, there is tremendous demonstrable progress in the modernization program. And my commitment is that we are going to accelerate that modernization program so that we can make sure that every police officer that puts their life on the line has the protection, has the necessary equipment, and has the backing of the government of Kenya. I also want to say that in that whole program of modernization, we will also be looking at police transport to make sure that we can accelerate response time for police action in different parts whenever citizens are in distress and whenever their property is at risk. The fourth issue I want to say is we undertook to look at the terms and conditions of service of our policemen and women. I'm very happy that the chairman here has said that phase 1 and phase 2 have already been rolled out. And I'm very confident that the incoming commission will work with the Ministry of Interior and the National Police Service to make sure that the remaining phases of salary increase for our policemen and women will be implemented in accordance with the timelines that we have already rolled out and that were recommended by the report of the task force that I set up. I'm also looking forward to the implementation of the police uniform program, which I have discussed with the IG here. And I'm confident that going into the future, we will make the necessary budgetary provision so that all our men and women in uniform, especially our police, are kitted properly. Let me also say that even as we designed our universal health coverage program, we are making sure that our police men and women and the security sector in general become beneficiaries in two ways. Number one is to improve access. In the past, the medical cover that was available was limited to only certain facilities. Under the current expanded universal health coverage in the Taifa Care program, there will be expanded access. In fact, access to medical care will no longer be limited to certain identified hospitals. In fact, officers and servicemen and women will be able to access medical services and attention from all hospitals, public, private, faith-based, different from the past. So access will improve, number one. Number two, we're also going to enhance the service, to broaden access of different medical services. We are standardizing the whole medical scheme to make sure that while today the police service enjoy a lower facility than other public servants, under the new universal health care program, all officers on job groups that are equivalent will get the same medical facilities made available to them under the new program. And finally, as part of our housing program, we have rolled out a program on ensuring that we have institutional houses that will be funded by our housing levy resources. We have many police stations that have now been built. We are rolling out the buildings for housing for our officers across the country, and not just the police, but also the military, the prisons, and others. And under the housing program, we will be able to afford decent housing facilities for all our security men and women. So as we do it for the rest of the country, we are not leaving behind our security men and women. I am very confident that going into the future, we will have a much more professional, a much more dedicated and a well-resourced police service as we make their terms and conditions of service better. It is, of course, the expectation of the people of Kenya that as we extend resources in salary, in improving housing, in improving medical care, that the people of Kenya will equally be entitled to professional service that is fair, that is world-class, and I am looking forward to the leadership of the IG and your team to make sure that the people of Kenya get what they expect of our policemen and women. To Kinuthia and your team, congratulations on the service you have extended to the people of Kenya. On behalf of our policemen and women, on behalf of the people and government of Kenya, I want to say asanteni sana for a job very well done. We look forward to working with you in your next calling, in your next assignments. I know you have said that you don't mind getting new assignments. I have too many young people to look after before you. But I know there is also always a balance between the energy, the knowledge, the expertise of young people, and also the experience of the younger members of our society. So as we keep balancing those attributes, I'm sure we will find a place that your experience, your knowledge, your understanding will be useful for the nation. And we will surely tap into your experience going into the future. So thank you very much. God bless you. Asanteni sana. Mungu wabariki as you take up your other assignments. And thank you very much for serving the people of Kenya. We all must know that all of us have a responsibility and have a privilege to serve the people of Kenya in the offices that we occupy. And there is a time to start and a time like this to move on to the next assignment. So, asante sana. Thank you.
A round of applause for His Excellency, please. With your permission, Your Excellency, we'll close the official part of this ceremony with the anthem. So I'll invite the quintet from State House Choir to lead us with one verse of the national anthem as our conclusion prayer. The anthem.